So this is the high-level content you come to expect in the offseason. Minnesota fighting Vikings superstar linebacker Eric Kendricks, the best off-ball linebacker in the National Football League, cooked up some fried rice over the weekend, and he put it out on Instagram. And, of course, me, an Asian, I just checked on 23andMe. I had to pay $200 to find out I'm Asian. There you go. We're going to critique the fried rice. Overall, it looks pretty good. And I know athletes got to eat clean so they can't get down and dirty, like it was really fun to do with fried rice. But overall, it looks really, really good. So let's pause. Let's go back and take a look at the tape. So this is the before. Kendricks got a little flat top here, and it's a little bit crowded. But of course, you got a lot of people. You got to cook it up. It's fine. But the problem is, if you overload your surface area, if you're just cooking in a pan or whatnot, just throw everything in, it's less likely to fry or stir fry. It's just going to steam. So that's when you get mushy fried rice, and that's no bueno. That's no good. But really smart. He's cooking the rice and the vegetables and meat and eggs separate. That is very key. Whereas if you just throw everything together, no. Now, Eric Kendricks, high-end athlete. This is probably brown rice. Athletes do like them some brown rice, but for me, so sometimes we'll just cook a pot. I know that fried rice is generally done with old rice or leftover rice, but sometimes I'll just cook up a pot of rice just to have it for fried rice, where what we'll do is we'll take either jasmine or basmati rice or whatever rice that you want, and we'll rinse it off really good, and then cook it 1-to-1 with water. So a little bit less water than you usually do, because you usually do 2 parts water, 1 part rice. So that way the rice that you get out of the rice cooker is going to be a little bit drier, and that's really key for fried rice, because if you have too moist rice, like if you try to make fried rice with fresh rice, you're just going to have a mess, because it's just going to be sloppy and wet and all over that stuff. I mean, some people are into that, but it's not so good for fried rice. So you want that rice to be thirsty. And actually what you do is you take that pot of 1-to-1 fried rice and you just spread it out on a baking sheet, and you just let it dry in the fridge overnight, uncovered, and then you're good to go. Like, break that up in individual grains so there's no clumping. You're absolutely good. But we got the pile of looks like brown rice. Maybe it's yellow rice. I don't know. It's whatever. But got the egg here. We're good to go. We got some diced up zucchini. If Kendricks diced that up, that's a pretty good dice. Respect. Especially the julienning of the carrots here. That's good too. Plus, it got some bacon. Of course, with fried rice, I know a lot of people like chicken fried rice, chicken fried rice, but you need a little bit of pork. I mean, you need some bacon. You need some ham. Pacific Islander Asians love them some Spam in there too. So, yeah, you just need a little bit of that saltiness in there. Prosciutto, if you're in a pinch. Or something I like to do. So if you're going to do a rack of ribs, especially if it's spare ribs, you're going to have that extra hangover flap that you want to trim up and square up a rack of ribs. I just throw that on the grill too, or the smoker too, and then it'll be done in like a fraction of the time as the regular rack of ribs, but it'll still have that smoky flavor, and it'll render out some of that fat. So just dice that up and toss that in. Woo! And you'll see Chinese restaurants Chinese restaurants are funny, where if they're the Dragon Foods Asian restaurants, they'll just always be very similar menu. So they'll have the beef spare ribs, the boneless beef spare ribs, and you'll notice in the pork fried rice, they just dice those up and put it in. It's kind of funny. There you go. But Kendricks, and then let's look at the finished product again. So that's looking pretty good. So everything cooked up all nicely, and he's got the spatulas going all Benihana on this beef. Woo! I like it, man. I like it. Plus, got a little shrimp on the side. Got some more zucchini. Zucchini is a phenomenal vegetable. It's got water. It's voluminous. There you go. And I like it. So overall, like, I ain't mad at this. Like, this is a really good setup by Eric Kendricks here. For me, vegetables, we do like tossing in carrots. And yeah, I know it's a very gringo thing to do, but I like putting peas in there. Green onions, of course. You can put in like some cabbage or bok choy or kohlrabi diced up. Bean sprouts I like putting in there too. Plus, lots of ginger. Lots of ginger for that flavor that you savor. Plus some cilantro, maybe a little bit of Thai basil. Absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely. Plus for the sauce, I don't know what he's doing sauce-wise. It does look a little bit browner, so maybe he's putting a little soy sauce in there, which is pretty standard for American fried rice. But there's like a holy trinity of sauces that you should do for fried rice: soy sauce, fish sauce, and oyster sauce. And I understand Fish sauce is a little bit of an acquired taste, but oyster sauce, go to your Asian food store or maybe even the grocery store at the Asian little section will have some oyster sauce. It's really good. Like, it is a really good gateway into that sort of umami / fishy flavor where it's got the consistency of ketchup. It's got very slight, fish oyster flavor to it, but it's really good. It's really, like, if you like hoisin sauce, you'll like a little bit of oyster sauce. Plus, I don't know what he's using for oil. So, high-end athlete, maybe he's using like avocado oil or coconut oil or something like that. But I generally like to do, some people use olive oil, but so olive oil has a very distinct Mediterranean flavor. Plus, it has a low burning point. So that's just not good all the way around. I do like using a little avocado oil, a little butter, and a little bit of sesame oil at the end. Sesame oil more for flavor as opposed to actually cooking in it. Plus a little bit of white pepper. Goes a long way. It's just really, really good. But now, overall, as an Asian, as I identify as, I would give Eric Kendricks, I'll give him a solid 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. I mean, this is good. Like, I would dig into this. He did good. He checked the boxes of preparation. I think we're good to go. But of course, he didn't go full fat boy fried rice like I would do because he's a high end athlete. He's the best off ball linebacker in the game. Definitely best coverage linebacker in the game. And plus, imagine this year. Eric Kendricks behind 700 pounds of dude and Michael Pierce and Diesel Dalvin Thompson. Going to be the best run-stuffing linebacker in the game, too. Woo! You love it, man. You love it. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Eric Kendricks, making up some fried rice. That's right. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.